Algebra, who knew when we were going to get into HVAC that we're going to have to review and learn and relearn algebra. So let's get through this here. Order of operations. Okay, so math can be done correctly or incorrectly. And in this example, if we have two students and the order of operations of this equation are done incorrectly, you're going to end up with an incorrect answer. All right, so let's take a look at this first one. So in this student number 1 has taken and added 3 plus 4 and multiplied it by 2 to get the answer of 14. Student number 2 has first multiplied 4 times 2 and added 3, so it would be 8 plus 3, and got the answer of 11. So as you can see, there's two different answers here. So which one of these is correct? And if you're doing any type of algebraic equation, you risk, if you don't know the proper order of operations, of getting that calculation incorrect. So which one is correct? We're going to find out. Okay, so the order of operations. Now remember, in order of operations, student 1 added first, then multiplied. Student 2 multiplied first and then added. That's what we mean by order of operations. So the first thing is you perform any calculations inside parentheses first. So we'll take a look at that in just a bit, but if there's brackets or parentheses, the innermost brackets and parentheses are done first. Then you will do all multiplications and divisions working from left to right. Then we'll perform all additions and subtractions working from left to right. So let's go back here and look at student 1, see what they did. So perform any calculations inside parentheses. Well, we don't have any parentheses. Let's go to the next rule. Perform all multiplications and divisions working from left to right. So let's see who followed the rule properly. Perform all multiplications and divisions working from left to right. So student number 1 added first. Student number 2, working from left to right, skipped over adding these two numbers and went to the multiplication part of it. So student number 2 is the one who got this answer right. So working from left to right, 4 times 2 is 8. Then you do the addition, subtraction, and the correct answer is 11. Okay, inside parentheses or brackets, multiplication, division from left to right, additions and subtractions working from left to right. So like we saw with student 1 and 2, if the order of operations is done incorrectly, you're going to get the incorrect answer. So let's take a look at this, some other examples. All right, so 6 plus 7 times 8, multiplication first, so we do 7 times 8, 56, then we do the addition, 62. Now let's take a look at another one. We have 16 divided by 8 minus 2, working from left to right. There's no multiplication, we do division. 16 divided by 8 equals 2, and then we subtract 2 from 2, 0. And now we'll apply rule number 1, which is anything inside parentheses. So take a look at this. Anything inside of the parentheses or brackets is done first before you do any of the other rules. So in this instance, we are going to subtract 11 from 25 because it's inside the brackets. That gives us 14. Then we do the multiplication, which gives us the answer of 42. So remember rule number 1, inside the brackets, everything is done first. If this happens to have some multiplication or division, then you default to rules 2 and 3 inside the brackets, and then you work your way out. Okay, so when you do an algebraic equation, remember those order of operations. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, So working from left to right, we do first anything inside the brackets. So we're going to perform this equation, and this equation first. So we end up with 15 times 10 is 150, 20 times 15, 300, 40 times 15, 600. So then we apply our next rule, which is working from left to right. Multiply, divide, add, and subtract. This happens to be all subtractions, so we subtract 150 from 1500, and then we subtract 300, we subtract 600, and our answer is 450. Make sure for the exam you remember, write down your order of operations and understand how to do this, and be thankful that we don't have to do too much algebra in our daily line of work.